What's good?
Hey. To me, a car that attracts regular consumers, not auto enthusiasts or people that know some stuff about cars. No. Just plain old, I don't know anything about cars kind of consumer. If those kind of people can be attracted to a car, then that car is truly special. And this is no exception. The Jeep. This is a 1990 Jeep Wrangler. Whenever I hear the word Jeep Wrangler, I think of this thing now. And before I even thought of this thing, I used to think about, it's just a car you could take the doors off and the top off, and all the people that look in it look like they love themselves. And I never really understood it. Like, why would you want to drive a car without the doors and the top? It just drive a convertible. I never understood it. Once I got in this thing and drove it around with the doors and top off. I was off camera on a different occasion. That's when I understood everything. And this car has taught me a lot in terms of the car world. And all the way. It's got a nice little purr too. I love it.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. I didn't press the lock button. Okay, cool. And why people like Wranglers and manual transmissions as they do. Now back to topic. This is my favorite Jeep Wrangler, the YJ, followed by the TJ. The TJ was made from 1996 to 2006. Now the YJ, this Jeep, lasted almost a decade, from 1986 and then ending in 1995. Now the Wrangler, from my understanding, is the Jeep that is a true Jeep. It's compact. It's made for off-road, but you can also go on the road. It's reliable. It's tough. You can just go wherever you want to go. And no matter who you are, if you drive this thing, you're going to be respected, at least in one way or another. Or disrespected, because there's always going to be people like that out there. Horsepower? Doesn't matter. But if you want to know, it's 112 at 3,000 RPM. Torque? Does matter. Take a guess. Okay, guess. You're wrong. The torque? 210. And where? 2,000 RPM. It makes 100 more torque than horsepower at 1,000 less RPM. This is day and night for my Honda that I daily drive. The torque in this thing is sensational, especially how freaking low this is. I mean, I know this engine doesn't rev very high, but oh my god, you don't even need to go past 3. And why would you ever in this thing? It peaks at 100. It peaks at 3,000 RPM. Why the heck would you need to go past it any further? You can rev up to 4, but why would you want to? If the peak's at 3,000 RPM, that's just where you shift. These things, oh man, it's made for off-roading. Now, this engine is the AMC Straight 6. Now, the owner got this car for free, but there's a catch. It was in an accident. You can tell with the front left fender, the front driver's side fender is kind of beaten up there a little bit. Now, it has a new fender, but it's unpainted and it won't look good. So he's just like, well, I mean, at least it's the right color, so I'll just leave it on there. This is the inline 6, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
The one everybody wants?
Yes, the straight 6.
Is that a carburetor?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Carburetor.
Oh, yeah, right. You had a bunch of work on that then.
Yeah.
Like DIY license plate mount.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have the front bumper. I can put it on, but it has a perfect bend right here, right where this ends. It's just like 45 degree. Someone was supposed to straighten that, and they had the thing for like 6 months, and they didn't do it. Yeah, which was real annoying.
I think it looks good the way it does. I don't think you need a bumper there.
Yeah. I mean, technically it's illegal to drive without a bumper, but most cars don't have this extra, like, 6 inches of...
Yeah, that kind of makes it look like it has a bumper.
Yeah, exactly. So.
It's the only car that looks good without a bumper. What's supposed to be here? I feel like something's missing here.
It's a car jack.
Oh.
But it is I have it in the trunk, but it is a puzzle to put it in. Because it only goes one direction, and then it also has the... Oh, wait, does this tell me how to put it in? I've never noticed that. Oh my god, it does. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to figure that out. I'm also pretty sure I'm missing a piece. It says there's something that goes on top, over everything, and I don't have that. Yeah. So it's gonna stay in my trunk.
here. Now it has a 5-speed manual that came with the Ace AMC Straight 6, and this 5-speed manual introduced me to manual transmissions, and it taught me why so many people love manual transmissions. I never understood it. I remember when I was in high school, there was this buddy that was in one of my classes, and he had a Toyota Celica GTS, the last Celica generation, and he was telling me, like, oh man, you gotta drive manual. I mean, I know your car didn't come with manual, but you know, you gotta drive a manual. And I went, why? I mean, unless you want to go on the track, why else would you want to drive a manual? Because you don't need to shift fast, it's more work. I understood the gist of it. You have to go through the gears, and you have this clutch thing that you have to like push down or something to change. So I understood the gist of it, but I never understood why. Why do people like it so much? But once I got in this thing, and when I got my first go, I got my first start from a stop, and I did my first 1 to 2 shift, I fell in love. I understood everything. Now, learning stick in this thing is a little bit tricky because it grabs right off the floor, but you get used to it pretty quick, and the throws are kind of long in a shifter, but you know what? I love it. I love the throws in this thing, and I love the shifter because it feels it feels like a Jeep shifter, if you kind of get what I'm saying. It feels durable, and there's a notch, that click you feel when you pop it out at first and put it in second. You feel that little notch as you put it through. It's just amazing, and the suspension's kind of stiff, so I don't know if it's supposed to be, but it is. So I feel everything on the road, and the chassis kind of stiff too. So I feel the vibrations, and I feel the motor moving around, and it's great. And then the engine's not too quiet either, so that sounds really nice too. And you just get this surreal experience that gives you the sense you could do anything, and that's what Jeeps are built for. They'll go, like I said earlier, they'll go wherever you go and will take the challenge you put them to. If you beat on these things hard, they'll survive. They're war veterans. They're not going to ask for your permission to survive. They will. And they're built tough. But remember, the war is over for these guys. They come back home from civilization, and that means they don't need to be treated tough anymore. Let them relax. Let them retire. Be nice to these things. People knew at this time that there would still be more Wranglers to come. There was still the TJ at the time of the YJ. But like regular car reviews said, these things are a limited number now. So please, whoever owns these things, be like this owner and treat them with respect. I am rolling.
Okay, so the weird things about this car. First off, it's got wings. Not many cars have wings anymore. That's a shame. Let's see. Oh, the panel lights and headlights are down here. A little toggle switch with brightness control, which is actually kind of nice. You can adjust the steering wheel angle. Yeah, nothing crazy there. Annoyingly, the cigarette lighter is dead center below you, below the steering wheel. So if you're trying to like plug your phone in, you have to reach, like lean forward and reach under. It's not great, but
is it a 5-speed?
4-speed. Wait, yes, 4-speed. 5-speed.
I don't know if did they still make 4-speeds in the 90s?
I don't really know.
Yeah.
They may have. Stereo doesn't work. Don't know why. I've tried replacing the face, the internal box, and it just doesn't work. So that's something that needs to be figured out later. Oh yeah, and then the emergency lights are a little push button on the side of the steering wheel.
You're gonna get it.
Oh yeah.
Awkwardly way to front.
Alright. Yeah. There's this thing right here. So you push it in, it turns on. You pull it out, it turns off. Yeah, I think that's really it.
I was driving this. This didn't work.
Oh yeah. Interior driver's side door handle doesn't work. It's a stupid old piece of plastic that connects, oh, you can kind of see it like right here if you can. That connects this part of the door handle to the, totally forgot the name of it, pulling mechanism, the locking mechanism for the door. It's the stupid piece of
A
plastic.
lot of wiggle room. No wonder why this thing shakes.
Yeah, it's because the metal bar that goes from the mechanism to the door is loose because it's not connected anymore, so it shakes and it taps on the window. So, yeah, if you have the window anywhere below, like, I don't know, a quarter of an inch or like half an inch of space, it'll start to tap the window. So, I'm gonna open it that way. Not too bad. And then the standard Jeep thing, the door goes all the way back and go all the way forward. Anything else? Oh, this thing's almost dead center.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a light that's like right on this side, this blocks it perfectly, so you have to look under or over. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That doesn't match this.
What doesn't match? Oh,
The door panels.
yeah, no, because
This is missing.
this part.
This is missing a bit.
It broke. It literally, like right here, where it goes around the door, basically snapped off. So it wasn't holding, and also wasn't holding on very well. This doesn't match because I don't know why. In all honesty, it's kind of annoying. And then
Good thing you don't have OCD.
yeah. And then the door handle is gone because the metal part that was connecting these two broke.
Looks like it rusted out.
Yeah, it rusted and broke and then became weaponizable. I cut myself multiple times right here because that thing would jiggle.
Oh
And
wow.
then the sharp metal would literally like try and cut you. So I just got rid of it entirely. I used to have it in here. I don't want it anymore.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I still have to mount in the back windshield.
Yeah.
How much stuff do you have in the back? Didn't you have some stuff back there?
Yeah. It's mostly just useless, like emergency stuff. So I've got empty gas tank just in case we need to run and get some gas. 2 things of oil, one for cold weather, regular oil for regular weather. My jacket. Emergency kit that has, I don't know, emergency stuff. A blanket for blanket's sake. Reusable shopping bags. Oh, the jammock. The hammock that goes across the roll bar right there when you don't have a roof.
Huh.
Yeah. Surprisingly comfortable. And then the car jack that goes in the hood.
Oh.
And I don't know how it goes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then the bars that work it. And, what was this? Oh, it was an engine bracket. But it was replaced a couple months ago.
Okay, so the engine's good.
Yeah, the engine's good. The engine is honestly the best part of this car.
Because you rebuilt it yourself.
Yeah.
You did a good job. Feels
have to-
great to drive.
Yeah. Did have to send it to Reno at the end because there were a couple things that were like, I don't know all the words and all the terminology that were confusing and difficult, and we didn't have the expertise for. So someone did it, fixed the realigned the drivetrain, we re-weighted it, something like that, rebalanced it. There we go. And got one other part. I can't remember. Oh yeah, and then the gas tank is underneath the license plate. And yeah, the one annoying thing about the gas tank is it does not like modern nozzles. Whatever the difference between 1990 fuel nozzles and 2018 fuel nozzles, doesn't like it. So you have to hold it there, because if you don't, it'll just shoot itself back out.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's not too bad. If you get it right, you can hold it with your leg and you have your hands free.
Cool.